Test 1, 2, test, test 1, 2, test. Are we on? Good afternoon, everybody. Good to see you here. Last year was a new experience. Nobody was in here when we recorded it. So we learned from that asking 450 students at the end of the school day to come in and then have them be quiet during that entire time while we're giving out awards probably is a high level of expectation. So today, this is the opposite. I made it I told the seniors, you're welcome, but I didn't make them come here. So this is sort of like what it is when we do our service awards in the evening because our teenagers are so busy that we just have a small group. So glad that you're here, glad that you're watching us online, either live or it will be available. The nice part about our academic awards ceremony is that since school is about academics, and like a job, when you go to school, you're expected to do what your job is. And your boss doesn't come over and pat you on the back every time you turn in an assignment. But today, we get to recognize the way that our students use their gifts and talents in the academic area, and I think that's a great thing that we can do. So you will be able to follow along in the folders that were just handed out. You will be able to see on the screen. I will tell you this, parents, you can order, as you can see, as you may have seen in the emails, you can order these. There are some certificates either from service awards tonight or from the academic awards. If they're available for that particular thing, you can just click on the email and we'll print them up. If you find that we made a mistake here, that's the nice part about today's technology. You can let us know and you will get a corrected copy and we'll make sure that it's correct. Students, same thing. If you see that there's something that we didn't do correctly, let us know. So we're going to start with our language awards, and to present that, Pastor Dave Heavner will be doing the presentation. And I just turned it on.
Thank you. So language awards, I'm not sure how we got this started, that language classes do get an award for the top grade point average, or not grade point average, but top grade in each of the classes, but we did. And so I'm going to just go through them real quickly. Most of these awards this afternoon, we won't read all the names, but because I basically have one name per class, I'll kind of read them. So for the German awards, the top scorer in each of those classes, German 1 is Tamara Ozals, German 2 is Jenna Schmader, who's actually a middle school student, and then German 3-4, it's Alan Menk. For Spanish, there's a couple of ties in there. You notice that in Spanish 1, we have Annabelle Kinsley and Avery Samus. For Spanish 2, it's Elena Grau. Spanish 3, Ashley Stellick and Rachel Harris. And then Spanish 4 is Caitlin Eisenberger, Spanish 5, Nathaniel Dolan. So those are our top language students in Latin and Spanish. Allow me to turn the page. We also have Mandarin Chinese, and the winners of those, or top students in those, Chinese 1, we have a tie with Joe Karada and Jung-Hoon Park. In Chinese 2, it's Ivy Sung and Katie Brozinski. And then Chinese 3, Lisa Bornschlegel. Top scorers in each of those classes. Then for the Latin awards, Latin 1, Grace Deering was our top person this year, is our top person, I guess you could say. And then Latin 2, it's Daniel Liu. And then the other award is from the National Latin Exam. We still do a National Latin Exam during the year. And when we did that, our only person that scored a Latin award for that is Harrison Hom, and he got the Magna Cum Laude Award in Latin 1. So you guys can clap for all of our language students if you like. How about that? Mr. Wying, you are next for perfect attendance. Wait, he's not here. I'm just kidding.
Good afternoon. We're on like the page 4 or 5 there, perfect attendance. This is one of the things that, especially with the challenging year that we've had with the whole COVID thing, it's been really challenging to get perfect attendance. So this list is noticeably shorter than some of the lists in the past. But still, it's worthy to note that. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. It's notable that these names are listed here. So in perfect attendance for the freshmen, we have Kathleen Brzezinski, Owen Burkhart, Christina Gergel, Ben Shu, Anson Wang, Ernest Swanson, the third, and Audrey Young. In the sophomores, we have them up here. Jordan Carlson. And he's done a good job because most of the time he's been at home working. Reese Collins, Emmanuel Leidy, Jason Lin, Matthew Kwam, and Sam Yang. For the juniors, we have Daniel Bew, Ryan Burkhart, Jacob Lecco, Larry Liu, Corey Ludden, Ann Tran, Andy Yao, Bruno Yin, and Jimmy Zhang. Some of those guys are online doing this from home, so that's, again, a great accomplishment for them. And then for the seniors, we have Karu Nakazawa, Maggie Pan, Ford Pickwick, I don't know how to say that name, apologize. Kristen Poo, Teng Tang, Abby Weiss, Eric Yu, Jessica Zhang, and Mary Zhang. So give them a big hand. That's a great accomplishment this year.
And Mr. Wine, you may not have been able to pronounce his name, but I have 2.5 weeks to learn how to say it as they come across the stage and get their diploma. So. The kids help me, by the way. That's why we have rehearsal, not so the seniors know how to graduate, but so Mr. Gibson knows how to pronounce their name. The next section are academic letters, and I am not going to read, by the way, we've had different iterations of how we did award ceremonies, and early on when I first started here, we had like 5 or 6 evening award ceremonies for different things. And it was always the joke that as we called the students up to get their certificate for perfect attendance, hardly anybody was there because they're so busy in the evening. So, academic letters, I will not read them, but we'll let them display here. This is the freshman, GPA of 3.67 or higher. Wow. There's their pictures. And at St. Croix, we keep the same GPA, only add semesters as you move up. So the sophomores maintain that same GPA to receive an academic letter, but theirs is 3 semesters, and then the juniors 5 semesters, and the seniors 7 semesters. And by the way, Mrs. Leverance, nice touch. The pictures on here, it's great. And the fact that we're streaming this out so people watching around the country and around the world can see that. For our seniors then, and again, all of these students have maintained a GPA of 3.67 cumulative over the time that they are here in high school. Let's give them a round of applause. This next section is out of order from your program. So if you will look near the back, it's called Highest Honor Awards, and we award a cum laude for those who have a 3.8 to 3.9 or 3.89, magna cum laude for 3.9 to 3.99, and the summa cum laude for anyone who has a GPA of 4.0 or higher. And again, these are cumulative GPAs. So we'll see the cum laude awards first. These go only to seniors. Unless the seniors have been to a graduation before, they won't know about this until I have rehearsal with them, or they're sitting in here and hearing me or watching this. The students wear different medallions representing the different Latin Honor Awards as they come in for graduation. So that's how we acknowledge them here, and we also acknowledge them at graduation. It's cool to see some of them that we haven't seen for quite a while because they're online in their home country. And next are the Salutatorian and Valedictorian. So if both of you would come up here, our Salutatorian is Tate. And we'll wait for the next slide, but our valedictorian is Lisa Bornschlegel. And in keeping with my tradition, I've asked the Salutatorian and Valedictorian to tell us a little bit about where they're going to school, if they picked a major, and don't worry, there's no teachers weighing which one you say, but if you have a class or two that you think were beneficial as you're looking to go forward. And if we spread ourselves around, if you feel comfortable, you're welcome to take your mask off while you're speaking.
Okay, so I picked to go to Loyola University Chicago next year to study political science or psychology pre-law. And a class that helped me was probably any critical thinking class, so Calc or physics or any PSEO class.
Thank you. And Lisa?
So I'm going to go to Martin Luther College next year and major in secondary communication arts and literature, so basically English. So my goal is to be an English high school teacher with possibly a minor in music. I still have to decide about that. And a class that helped me, I guess, a lot of my AP classes, I guess. AP Music Theory, AP Literature. Those two especially helped me really discover, I guess, the things that I enjoy, what I like doing, and help me realize I want to help other people learn those things as well. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies. And again, for many of these things, there are certificates and awards, so parents, if that's something you want, make sure that you let the office know. There's a link up on the screen, but I don't know if it's here in the program. But you can also find it. We'll make sure we put it in the daily announcements and weekly announcements so that you can order those. Then if you turn back, these are the scholarships that our seniors have been awarded by colleges that they've applied to. Sometimes they've applied to many colleges and gotten awards for all of them. But these are only the ones where the parents sent something in to us and let us know. So it says that almost $1 million in scholarship, or $1 million scholarship dollars were offered to our seniors. I'm sure it's more than that because the list that we have here is, from what I remember, is smaller than I know our seniors have had. So because of that, that gives us enough time. So if I'm going to ask, if you're in the room here, Karis, Micah, Lisa, Caden, Tate, Abigail, Leah, Claire, Zach, Blake, Eliana, Andy, Lauren, Kendra, and Katie, would you come up along here and we'll acknowledge the scholarships that you've gotten. And while they're here, can we view the scholarships now? Remember, we're on camera, so move yourself center here. Slide over to your right. Let's give all of our seniors a hand. Guys, congratulations. We are proud of you. You can take your seats. Some of them were looking at me thinking I was going to make them talk now next. So, we are proud of all the stuff that you have done academically, how you've carried yourself academically. And I know that most likely at home, just like here at school, we just expect you to use your talents. So I'm glad that on a day like today, we can acknowledge how well you've used your academic abilities and your God-given talents. Again, make sure parents and students, if you want to get the awards that we're presenting both this afternoon and tonight, that you sign up for them. That way we can print them. If you catch any errors in the programs, let us know and we can redo that so you can have all of those available for your memories. Thank you. Have a good afternoon.